Lacrosse was created by the Native Americans and then introduced in 1867 by George Beers. The game consists of a stick, a ball, 10 players on each team, and then there's coaches. Today there's managers, there's everything in the National League of Lacrosse, and then there's also box lacrosse. There's college lacrosse, which is extremely competitive. We go to Syracuse, which has the most national championships, 11. And then there's high school, which is still extremely competitive. And there's even travel leagues for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. It's become very marketed and advertised. The game itself, there are midfielders, attackmen, and defensive men. There has to be 10 players on the field at all times. If there's a man up, then there's 11. If it's man down, there's 9. The midfielders, there's 3 of those. Their role is to run around the field and make sure that the ball is cleared, which is called clearing, so that it's past the midfield line and that it's out of danger of the goalie. There are 2 goalies, and the goals themselves are smaller than soccer goals, a lot smaller than soccer goals. And the field is 110 yards long, with the restraining lines where the attackmen, the 3 attackmen, and the 3 defensemen stay back. If a defensive man or a midfield man stays back for a defensive man or an attackman who has the ball, it has to be a defensive man actually, because the attackmen stay at their side trying to score, so they would never go and travel back. The defensive men can run past the midfield line only if a midfield player stays behind the midfield line, so that there are always 6 players behind the midfield line each time. Offside is when 7 players are past the midfield line, and that's a 30-second penalty, as well as checking. If you can check, it's a very physical sport. That's why there's equipment, the proper equipment. Today, you have to have a helmet, shoulder pads, elbow pads, a protected, strong jersey that goes over the shoulder pads, because the shoulder pads are actually pretty big. A lot of times they're bigger than football pads, because there's chest protectors, there's a back protector. A lot of times today, because of how aggressive lacrosse is, they'll wear a rib protector, because a lot of times they'll check you in the back, and if it hits your ribs or your kidneys, it's really, really painful. There's cleats that are for when it gets really rainy out and slippery. So that's the proper equipment. Today, the sticks are different. There's titanium, aluminum, and then the heads are made out of ceramic plastic, which is a lot more lightweight. The mesh that they use, the net that they use, the mesh, it can be hard or soft. The soft mesh usually is a lot more easier to cradle. The hard mesh is good for more competitive if you're shooting the ball a lot. The sport itself gained interest in the Northeast before it went out west. And I think that's about it. I have a video of Syracuse player Cody Jamieson last year scoring a goal under the legs, which is a really cool goal. He's an attackman, and attackmen's job obviously are to score the goals. The defensive men are there to defend. They have longer sticks, longer shafts, like I said, so that they can reach over and try to slash the ball out of a person's hands. And the key component of lacrosse is the ground balls, getting ground balls, just like in basketball, having possession of the ball. When you have the ball, you have the ability to score, you have the ability to clear the ball, you have the ability to have possession, and there's no chance for the other team to take the ball from you. Lacrosse in the professional league, in box lacrosse, it's even crazier. You can wear, a lot of the goalies wear actual hockey knee pads, and they basically just cover themselves in pads and try to use their whole body to get over the goal, so that's basically almost impossible to score. In box lacrosse, there's a lot more hard contact, it's like basically in a hockey arena, but with grass in it. And that's about it.